The situation surrounding LeBron James' late withdrawal from the 2025 NBA All-Star Game due to foot and ankle discomfort sparked significant debate among sports analysts, most notably Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, and others, revealing different perspectives on the issue. To understand this controversy, it's essential to examine both the specifics of the scenario and the broader implications for LeBron's role in the NBA. Hashtag context of LeBron's absence. LeBron James, a perennial all-star and one of the league's most prominent figures, announced that he would not participate in the All-Star Game due to a lingering injury that had kept him sidelined earlier in the month when the Lakers faced the Pacers. This injury was described as discomfort in his foot and ankle. LeBron's decision to announce his absence the night of the game marked the end of a remarkable streak. 20 consecutive All-Star appearances. Given his stature and influence, any deviation from his usual participation becomes a topic of discussion. Hashtag analysis of the criticism. The primary point of contention revolved around the timing of LeBron's announcement. Shannon Sharp, a key commentator, critiqued LeBron for what he perceived as a selfish move, suggesting that LeBron should have informed Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, ahead of time about his inability to play. This would have allowed Silver to select a replacement, thus preventing the situation where a spot was left unfilled at the last minute. Sharp emphasized that a player like Norman Powell, who had been performing well for the Clippers, deserved the chance to take LeBron's place. Sharp's stance was echoed by other analysts, including Udonis Haslem, who felt that LeBron had missed an opportunity to let another player shine. Haslem argued that if LeBron knew beforehand that he wouldn't be able to play, he should have taken steps to inform the league earlier, allowing for a more seamless transition and providing an opportunity for others to be celebrated. However, the timing of LeBron's communication was not the only focal point. The issue also extended to the idea that LeBron's injury might have been something he had been managing for a while, and if so, he should have made his decision earlier. His decision not to play was seen by some as prioritizing the Lakers' season over the All-Star Game, suggesting that he was more focused on preparing for the second half of the regular season, where the Lakers were fighting for a playoff position. This raised questions about whether LeBron's decision was driven by a strategic prioritization of the team's goals over individual accolades. Hashtag Stephen A. Smith's counterpoint. Stephen A. Smith, while acknowledging the criticism, pushed back against the idea that LeBron had been inconsiderate. He questioned whether LeBron had informed Adam Silver ahead of time and suggested that the league itself may have failed to properly communicate the situation, creating the confusion. Smith speculated that LeBron, given his stature, might have been hesitant to publicly acknowledge his absence for fear of damaging the event's ratings, especially considering the heightened anticipation for his participation in the All-Star Game. Smith's perspective suggests that the NBA could have been complicit in the confusion by not releasing the information earlier. He pointed out that if the league had known in advance, they could have arranged a replacement and avoided the spectacle of a last-minute withdrawal. This theory adds a layer of complexity to the debate, suggesting that the situation was not entirely under LeBron's control, and the NBA's handling of the communication could have contributed to the issue. Hashtag the bigger picture. At the heart of the debate lies the tension between individual priorities and the collective good. LeBron James, at 40 years old, has nothing left to prove on an individual level, and many believe his primary focus should be on the Lakers' playoff hopes. However, the All-Star Game, as a highly publicized event, is also an opportunity to celebrate the league's stars, and LeBron's absence leaves a noticeable void. For some, it felt like a missed opportunity for LeBron to give someone else the spotlight, especially a player like Powell, who might have benefited from the recognition. LeBron's decision also ties into broader discussions about the NBA's evolving structure, with players like him increasingly prioritizing long-term health and team success over individual accolades. The league itself is in a transitional phase, with new formats and changes to how events like the All-Star Game are structured. LeBron, ever the calculated figure, might have been weighing the long-term benefits of resting rather than participating in an exhibition game. His injury is clearly something that requires attention, and with the Lakers in the hunt for playoff positioning, it's understandable why he might want to ensure he's in top form for the rest of the season. ###conclusion. The fallout from LeBron's late withdrawal from the All-Star Game highlights the complexities of modern sports culture. On one hand, LeBron's actions could be viewed as a reflection of his priority for the Lakers' success and his ongoing pursuit of championship contention. On the other hand, his timing of the announcement raised valid concerns about the integrity and organization of the event. Ultimately, the situation illustrates the balancing act that stars like LeBron must navigate between their personal goals, the expectations of the league, and the responsibility they carry as public figures in the sports world. While the criticism directed at LeBron has some merit, particularly in terms of the communication breakdown, it's important to remember that these decisions are often made with multiple considerations in mind. Whether one agrees or disagrees with LeBron's actions, this incident underscores the ongoing tension between the league's desire for spectacle and the reality of player health and team priorities. As the NBA continues to evolve, moments like these will continue to spark discussion on the broader relationship between athletes, the league, and the fans who follow them.